Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We do lots of videos on luxury and designer items, so please subscribe if you'd like to watch more from us. But today we're doing a video on the things we consider when we are purchasing a designer item or bag. And so if you're interested, then please keep watching.
So purchasing a designer item is an expensive thing to do. Like you're spending a lot of money towards it. There are a lot of factors you need to think about, and a main one for me is the durability of the bag. How long is it going to last? You're throwing all this money at that item. You expect it to be of decent quality. You got to consider, I guess, the type of leather you're going to be purchasing, the kind of style or the way that it's made. Like you got to think about, like, are the corners of the bag going to wear super easily if I'm going to use it all the time? Is the colour of the bag going to affect the kind of clothing I wear?
Colour is definitely a big one for me. I love neutral colours, so I tend to always gravitate towards like either black or nude beige colours, but when I'm purchasing like a beige coloured bag, I do need to be really careful and think about how am I going to protect it, how am I going to use this, just because obviously if it's a light coloured bag it's going to be a lot easier to get colour transfer on it, so that's something that I definitely think about too. Well, if you're purchasing Chanel bag, there are so many different types of leathers in Chanel, for example caviar and calfskin, lambskin, that's just to name a few. And for me personally, if I'm ever buying a bag in Chanel, I always try to get caviar leather just because it's so much more durable. With Louis Vuitton bags, some of their pieces have that vachetta leather on the top or on the side or on the strap, and that's something to consider if you do plan on wearing the bag like in winter and when it's raining and snowing. You obviously don't want to stain it or get watermarks on it. The second thing that we would consider is whether it suits our lifestyle. So going on from colour to, like, that's also something I consider when I'm looking at buying a bag, like whether that colour is going to suit my wardrobe. And if I'm going out to go buy like a bright green bag, like that is never going to be used. Like
is it going to be wearable? Are you actually going to reach for it in your collection?
I think that's something that you really have to consider when you're buying anything in general. Like if you go in and you just look at a bag and you think it's absolutely beautiful, which all of them are, that's why they are for sale. So you have to really consider whether it suits your wardrobe and whether it's actually going to match with the items that you wear on a daily basis. And also like lifestyle.
Is it practical?
Like, yeah, like even though like we love our mini bags, we get so much use out of it, whereas some other people who do need to carry more on a daily basis, like whether you need to fit a laptop in it too for uni purposes, for work, like that's just all the kind of stuff that we think about.
Or like accessibility, like do you want to get through all these like pockets to reach for your item? Like do you like everything like in compartments, or do you want like one big open massive bag that you can dump everything in?
So there are a lot of things to consider. And also one other big thing as well is I try to stay away from being too heavily influenced by people on like Instagram, and like there are so many people who look absolutely amazing in these items and bags, but then a couple of years later or like a couple of months later even, like you just don't see it anymore and it's just kind of gone out of style. So
yeah, you got to consider like whether it's like a trend, like a current trend that I don't know, that people are going to get over, and then you'll also get over, and you've got this item in your collection that you aren't going to reach for and you can't really sell it because no one wants it anymore.
Yeah, so that's the third point actually, whether you're just buying it because it's a trend or whether it's actually a classic piece. I guess that's kind of something that's difficult to determine though. Like you don't know if it's going to be classic. Like I think when the Givenchy Antigona and also the Chanel Boy, when they first came out, I think they were just seasonal pieces and no one thought it was going to stay big and just stay forever. But timeless pieces, they will always be around, and so I guess if you're unsure, you can go for the classic style, and that will definitely be around for a long time and hopefully suit your style for many years to come.
So our final point when you're considering to buy a designer bag is whether the bag will hold its value, or whether you care if you'll hold its value or not.
Yeah. I mean, for some people, they don't really care.
Yeah, they kind of just
if
buy.
If you love that bag, then why not? Like, and obviously, when you are buying a bag, you plan on keeping it in your collection forever. I mean, that's me anyway. But I guess it's always nice to have that option of selling it on later if you don't love it as much anymore.
Or if you're able to like sell it to purchase something else that you would actually love even more. Like it's a big thing to think about.
Yeah. So if you buy classic pieces, then they will tend to hold their value more. But sometimes you get the rare occasion where, like, for example, Chanel releases like seasonal pieces and you just can't get anymore. And if you come across like a seasonal piece that you do think is going to hold its value,
potential,
like maybe snap it up.
or any like rare leather hardware combination or style, anything that people, like a majority of people want, will hold its value, or anything that's hard to get. So that concludes our video. Hope you found it informative if you're considering to make your first designer purchase, or you've purchased before and just ready to get another bag. They're the tips that we would always consider before purchasing a bag. And for me, I still have to initially want it enough and for long enough as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point actually.
To even take the plunge.
Yeah, if I'm considering a bag, I always wait like months before I actually take the plunge to buy it, because I don't want it to just be an impulse purchase.
Are you sure that you want it enough? Yeah, definitely consider these points, and yeah, we will see you in our next video. Bye!